Both of your nails, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Those are nice.
Those are cute too.
Yeah.
They need done.
Both of you guys.
You know, I used to be able to wear claws. I was like, but I fucking can't do it no more.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I
No.
like them longer.
I have a hard time. I always jab something.
Stab
I'm like
people.
poke a eyeball and can't get my earrings on. You know?
I know.
I don't know how those girls do with all those fucking
Wow.
those fingernails
I
and they got
couldn't.
all the shit on them.
I
And I'm
know.
like,
Yep.
how do you wipe your ass? Like,
That's
for
what I
real.
was gonna
How do
say.
you
How do
wipe
you wipe?
your ass?
And not
Put
put
And then I-
something.
And this is where you got to learn to be careful about what you fucking ask about because I know how they do it.
Oh.
There's actually and it was designed for elderly people that can't wipe well,
Yes.
and it's like a spongy on the end of a fucking stick. So yes, I take a little sponge up your asshole when you're sick. Wipe your ass.
That's crazy.
There's probably sell them on Amazon.
They do. They
No,
do.
you could get like a bidet for $20.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I went to. We can talk about houses too. That's another one.
Yeah.
I went to this house with I did a party for, and they were very richy snobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sit there, and I didn't know what a bidet was. That was back when you didn't hear about that shit,
Right.
you know. And you and go and pee, and all of a sudden, man, I went to go flush, and it just squirts you without even. I'm like, what the
Scared
fuck?
the shit out of you.
Literally, could have had a real bad problem if I had to poop. If I would have pooped, it would have been a real shitty mess. 'Cause I jumped quicker than shit off that toilet. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Not know what to expect.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's too
Things that
funny.
make you go,
Right. I have friends that have them. I'm like, all right.
I'll take the wet wipes.
I'll
you know
take-
what? That's fine.
I don't know. I thought about getting one because like the period and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It would
I would be
nice.
worried it would shoot the stuff back in.
Instead, yeah. And that's a problem.
That could be a hot mess right there. Oh, that one's supposed to go in there.
That's funny. All right.
You
All
said
right.
that it'd make your asshole pucker. How would you get it out? Like, you'd be
Right.
like, yeah, nah. You're good.
Oh, shit. Okay. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I got all that.
All right. You ready?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to be thinking about picturing a bidet. In
It's
my
gonna
mind.
wake you in here. It'll wake your ass up. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to How Do You Spirit podcast. And today I have Taco and Chelsea with me. We just had a super funny conversation. So excuse me if I just randomly laugh.
Shit talking, literally.
Yes. First things first, we just want to do a reminder to please go to our YouTube channel at How Do You Spirit and subscribe. And we're also on TikTok still, amazingly enough, right? That was an
Mhm.
interesting thing. Instagram and Facebook. We are still going to be doing lives. We just are not going to be going live anytime. So if you watch an episode and you have a question with regards to what we're talking about, or even just any questions in general, please go to the YouTube channel and submit your question in the comments, and we will be reviewing those comments every time we do a new episode. So we also will be announcing our lives as well when we do that. Another reminder, we're going to be taking pictures, Chelsea and I, of our shirts today and our little stickers here, and we're going to get those on the website hopefully within the week, right?
Yeah.
We have so much to do. Anyway, today we wanted to talk about the big awakening
Mhm.
that's happening, right?
Yep.
It is happening, and how it's affecting people,
Right.
and what do you do with it?
Well, and so every every year, first off, our years actually don't start till March.
Yes.
Okay. So it takes about 3 months for it to really amp to its full potential. And then it takes about 3 months for it to kind of wind down, cleanse itself of the old shit, and then opens it up. And so every year, my guides always give me kind of a theme, like what the main theme of the year will be. And it's going to be the big awakening.
Wow.
So people are either going to wake the fuck up or they're not. They're not going to make it. You're going to either really embrace your full consciousness, your full understanding. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of hard truths.
Really?
Yeah, good, bad, and ugly. Good, bad, and ugly. I just
should we be scared?
I keep visualizing myself in my camp chair with a whole bunch of popcorn on the side of the road. I'm just gonna shove it in my mouth watching the shit show.
Right.
It's gonna be one of them kind of movies where all like, "Ooh, shit! Oh, wow!"
Yeah.
But yeah,
Awesome.
people are gonna really be able to see the truth through everything, and sometimes the truth ain't that pretty.
That's so
It's
true.
not. But that being said, we have to go into that higher consciousness. Have you noticed? And I because you go and you socialize a lot because of your job and stuff, right? And you too. Have you noticed people are really craving the spiritual? They're really craving to know more. They seem to be
more curious.
You either find people that are like awake and want to know more, and they're craving, and they say, again, we love to go too extreme, so we tend to go way too fucking off. Don't do that.
Right.
Again, rule of thumb.
Uh-huh.
If it's fear or power, it's not spiritual.
Yes.
All right? If it brings in fear or if it's power, it is not spiritual.
I love that.
Yes, me too.
I love that statement.
A lot of, I've noticed on social media, people mentioning that, like, don't follow the fear.
No, you can't fall for the fear. You fall for the fear, and you're gonna get kind of zapped into that lower energy. And the people that are on the wrong frequency, unfortunately, they really just aren't ready to evolve. It's not that they're necessarily bad people,
right?
They're just souls that most of them, I'm assuming, are probably pretty young souls, and so they still have to, they're just not ready to graduate. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Makes sense.
Easy, but we're gonna see a lot of truth, and we're gonna have a lot of discoveries coming out.
I'm excited.
We're gonna find shit that we've been like hearing about, but we didn't like know really was like out there, but we heard about it. We're gonna find shit that we didn't know was out there, like different tombs, different writings, different
That's awesome.
pyramids, different.
That also scares me though.
Why?
Right?
Because I don't know if we should be messing with all that shit.
Well, we've done it before.
Well, true.
We've done it a few times before.
Yeah.
And again, it's to help us to actually tap into a cleaner energy that's not, going to kill the planet. That'd be kind of nice,
Yeah, helpful.
The people that just don't want to get outside of that fearful space and they need to still experience, learn, and grow. They just aren't going to be on the right vibration, and so they are going to have a lot of mental health problems. I wish I could say that we weren't going to see a lot of suicides,
crazy
and
stuff,
things like that, but unfortunately we will, because people that are on the wrong vibration. I want you to just ask yourself, because you have a lot of anxiety, right?
Yes.
And it's like crippling, right? And a lot of people that actually have anxiety, and I want to kind of explain this. So if you have anxiety where you're kind of like scared but excited, kind of like when you're getting on a roller coaster, right? That's connecting into the spiritual. When I do readings and your guides come around, especially if you have like an army of people with you, I get kind of that excited kind of anxiety,
the excitement,
right?
You
almost like start buzzing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But when you're like having a full on like panic attack, that's where it's the loom, the gloom, it's never going to get better, and that's when that anxiety kind of kicks in.
Yeah.
right? The fear of the unknown.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
And so if you were having that 24/7, never had any relief from that, would you want to keep going?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I don't wish it on my
No,
worst enemy.
exactly. Exactly. The sad part is, we love our animals way more than we do our people, and we would never let our animals, even though we love them so much, we would never let them suffer the way we do our people.
Yeah.
And so, we are going to see a lot of unaliving. We're going to see a lot of, people passing. We're going to see a lot of people taking themselves out, unfortunately. But at the same time, if you can kind of look at it from a spiritual perspective,
Right.
it's them giving themselves that out,
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live that way.
Right.
Mm-mm.
True.
And
It's true.
it's unfortunate that we don't have the freedom and don't look at death in a way that I think we used to look at death. I mean, if you think about it, like the Egyptians, when someone passed, man, they had a party. They were like cherished and their memories were going. It was like the
Yeah.
big deal, birthday
Mhm.
parties weren't shit, but like death
When
parties
you
were like the
died.
thing to go to. you
Yeah.
know? And we've lived that over time, and of course we're gonna miss our loved ones, but really death is where you're supposed to celebrate.
So-
That's their
Mhm.
graduation, right? That's where
Yeah.
they're gonna graduate. You don't go to your
Mhm.
kid's graduation and be like, oh shit, I can't believe
Right.
now we gotta see my aunt who I really hate. No.
Right. Those relatives.
There are going to be a lot of hard truths because we're having this awakening.
Mhm.
That being said, there's also a lot of exciting.
Yeah, I feel excited.
You know what I mean?
I do too.
It's kind of like with our beautiful, very evolved beings that are coming to visit us, right?
Yes.
And actually, they're kind of like going to save our ass, which is kind of a good thing. But
Right.
we're going to have a lot more interaction with our extraterrestrials, which is really
Yes.
exciting.
I think that's super exciting.
We're also going to feel very teleconnected to one another as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
And so, pay attention.
That's a
because
normal thing for me.
It might be for you, but let's say, would it be a normal thing for you 5 years ago,
No.
About 3 years ago,
Well, maybe 5 years ago. It started to become a thing, I would say. Like, I paid more attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But did you not quite know what to do with it? Like, or
no.
just curious, or you just like,
It kind of gives you,
Oh,
I always
hey.
equate it to a craving, right?
Mhm.
At first, you start kind of craving, I wonder if there is something more out there, right?
yeah.
Yes.
And then pretty soon you start and I swear the universe delivers, right?
Uh-huh.
Because the minute you start, at least it happens for me. I don't know if it happens for everybody else, but
Mhm.
like if I get interested in something, I swear to God, the minute I'm interested in it, everything and their dog is like coming to me all about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
Yeah.
this is one of those things I need to know. So, the spiritual people that are waking up in a spiritual light, they're tired of the heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
They're tired of living in fear. They're tired of the alone feeling that we've had. And so, this awakening, as hard as it is, you get that pendulum swings both ways, right? So as
Mhm.
scary as that is how exciting it's going to be as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you can focus more on what it's about, what's the bigger picture? The bigger picture is to bring us together,
Yes.
to help us start to unite.
Mm-hmm.
When we get united, there ain't anything that's going to stop us.
Right.
You know,
Unstoppable.
And even
It's
if you're
exciting.
not feeling like you're really understanding the full picture, that craving to understand that full picture
Mhm.
is going to get to a point where, when you go break down at like 4 a.m, you like in your PJs, you run to the store, you grab that piece of chocolate, you eat it before you even pay for it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of craving we're talking about. It's like, I gotta have it now. And so that's going to be really, really exciting. I'm so excited also about the secrets that the earth has had and has been holding on for us. Thank God we didn't find it, because we like to destroy stuff. I mean, we are like
Right.
little kindergartners, but we are going to find out about other civilizations that have lived on this earth. We're gonna have our story time with our alien peeps,
Wow.
which is going to be phenomenal.
So, all of those religious people, what do you think is going to happen? Like, are they just going to, I don't know.
Well,
Their whole
okay,
world's
so
going to flip upside down.
I think we're going to have a big. Well, it already has.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know, and I know a lot of people. I don't know very many people, and I'm talking all around the world, that are super religious anymore. People want to feel like they belong, and I think that religion is a good thing in the sense that it can give you a good kind of foundation, right? A good moral compass. You find out a lot of shit's bullshit. Right. But you also, there's a lot of truths to religion as well.
Yeah.
And so, people that deal with addiction, when they go into recovery, especially like AA and stuff, again, we have a tendency to take shit way too far and make it a shit show. But, the people that kind of find that there is a higher power than them, and that it's okay that we have to just kind of ask for some extra help. Right? They recover and they become the most amazing, inspirational people I've ever met. And I really
Very
think
true.
that a lot of people that suffer from addiction are because they are empaths and they feel people's pain so much that they don't. It's overwhelming. They don't know how to function in life because of it. And so, do I blame them for wanting to numb it? No.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Not at all. Do I think they have really poor coping skills? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. Most of us do.
Well, yeah.
But a lot of it is because they're holding it against themselves. They can accept everybody and their shit stinks, but if it comes to accepting yourself and that your shit stinks, it's about time.
True.
But religion is something that is going to be kind of a thing of the past, and it will have to be redone. And so there's a lot of these religions that were based off a lot of untruths, and it's all going to be exposed. So again, there's going to be a lot of fuckery on this one. But this is why I'm going to eat my popcorn and watch the shit show.
We'll have to have movie night here.
You know what I find interesting with you talking about people coming together is ever since TikTok shut down, there's been a lot of like Americans and like Chinese communicating.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of Americans are waking up to like our government and all the shit like that we have to go through compared to what they go through.
Interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. So when Trump first started running in for politics, because I have people that get readings that were, not as much anymore, but were really involved in who the president's going to be and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting because their guide said that Trump was being sent in to expose the truth, right?
Oh.
I believe it.
And it's true. I mean, good, bad, or ugly, love him or hate him.
Yeah.
Whether he did it in a way where it wasn't the smartest or he did it in a way because it was. He exposed the truth, so people are waking up, and that's what people are they just want people to be honest. They can handle anything. Just be fucking honest about it, I'm trying to screw you over. All right, fine.
I admit it.
I can accept it, right? But he did. He's exposed a lot of the truth. Again, good, bad, or ugly. Love him or hate him. That's what's happened. And, there are a lot of, like you're mentioning the social media. Social media has been one of those double-edged swords because, again, we tend to take shit way too extreme.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
so people don't know how to really meet people outside of social media.
Yeah.
They don't know how to
They don't know how to
make
social.
friends. They don't know how to go out and enjoy like a good drive. They don't know how to go and enjoy a movie from the car. They don't know how to really enjoy what is the most beautiful parts about life, right?
Right.
They don't. And so you spend most of your time on your phone or on your computer or watching TV. And so I think that with how intense this energy is on the planet, technology is going to have one hell of a bad time this year.
Yeah,
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
We're going to have power surges. We are going to have a lot of shit go down. So if you don't know how to get out there and go camping and enjoy outside of social media, I would highly recommend you may want to look into it because social media.
Because your world's about to change.
Social media is going to end up. Well, again, it's that pendulum thing, right? So we're here. Yeah. We got to come back to here, right? Hopefully, we don't let it go clear the fuck to here. But I don't think we will with our alien peeps that are going to be helping us a little bit.
Be guiding us.
You know, it's interesting to see how many people that are coming out of the woodworks that are you can tell they're not the average human. You can tell there's something very different about them, the way they see things, the way they talk, the way they look. I mean, Elon Musk, look at him. He's
very different.
He don't look like a goddamn person, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, if you watch him, he never looks the same. He always has a different
It's so
look on
funny
him.
you mentioned that because I saw a couple things today. Just today, I'm like, this dude, like, he's off something.
Yeah. Well, and I, you know, just like with humans, right? Our aliens peeps, we've got alien peeps that are not so great either, you know, and we got shit wanting to fuck with our world in a bad way as well. And so, you know, you gotta, but I'm not worried about them because I do think that our alien peeps are gonna be doing a lot of the combating, and I do think that it's the truth's gonna be exposed on a lot of shit, good, bad, or ugly. And so, you know, the best thing you can do is kind of create your own little reality bubble and try and live in that. But I would collect as big an army as you could.
Wow.
Okay. And that's what we're doing here.
Yes.
Well, that's what the point was. That's what this is about, you know. Letting all of us weirdos come together, which is great because us weirdos are going to be cool kids now because everybody's joining the weirdo club.
Right? I love that.
But people are desperate to know the truth. They're desperate. And that craving, that drive to understand the truth it's a beautiful gift that we're going to be given. And again, it's not going to be easy, you guys. It's going to be really, really, really scary at times. But my guides have said so loudly, and I'm going to say over the last 10 years, don't fall for the fear.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the fear. But I've already noticed, and I want to know if you ladies have, how big an amp up we're getting. Like all of a sudden I'm driving and then all of a sudden I get like this like weird, overwhelming, almost like an anxiety warm feeling over me. And it's just a moment. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? What did I do that for? What did I get that for? Have you guys noticed? I'm also can tell I get amped up like out of the blue, but also I don't know of one person, I'm talking from the age of 14 to 80, that isn't unbelievably tired. Like that is the number one complaint I get with people in readings. It's like, what's wrong with me? I can't hardly get out of bed. I can't. Yeah.
I'm just always exhausted.
She just came
because
today.
It's so intense.
Yeah.
It's again kind of like being in that anxiety attack 24/7. When you have a really bad anxiety attack, you're not feeling like you're like recharged and moving forward. You're like drained.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah. So it is normal, you guys. We are. It's. You're not dying. It is normal
to just get that energy drain.
Get your energy drained because our bodies have to acclimate to this new energy.
Well, there you go.
It's an intense ramp up, you guys. It really is. It's not a gradual. And I can tell when it takes like a big leap because all of a sudden I'm like, shit. What the hell?
Yeah.
And it takes a couple of days to get kind of feeling back into kind of my groove. Have you guys noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. It's intense.
I get it kind of more of an excitement energy. Like, yes.
I've been feeling a lot more excitement this year than I did last year for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I get tired energy. I get more of the excited, anxious, like you said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And if you can flip it into a way, because it can be, that kind of ramp up can be taken either way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you can flip it into a way where you're excited about where you're going, what you're finding out, what you're going to be, and how you can get there, you're going to create that. But if you feel that, it's super easy to go into the fear. What's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way? Maybe I'm getting sick. Maybe I'm this. Maybe I'm that. And you start like doubting everything about you. You're going to create your worst nightmare because again, our realities really are going to be custom tailor-made for ourselves. And so the reality that you have, if you see yourself as always struggling, you see yourself as always going to be in the dead-end job, you see yourself as always having to be single or always going to be in a relationship that's not loving. Like if you see yourself there, you're the one who's putting you in that prison.
Right.
You know, you can come out of it anytime you want. Come on out. It's nice out here. Come out of the prison. But relationships are going to be a really, really rough time right now. And that's romance, that's family, that's friends, that's the whole 9 yards, because people are on their own kind of
they're
journey,
struggling,
right?
Everybody.
And so if you can come together and unite and bounce things off of one another, it's going to make you feel like you're more apart and safer
and
connected. It's going to make you feel safer, you know. And so again, it'll be interesting because with these power surges that we're picking up, and once it starts really affecting social media and the televisions and all the things that we like love, people are going to lose their fucking mind.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
They're going to find out just how addicted they are to it. That's for sure. So I've made it a point to challenge myself and go, okay, when I don't have to work, I'm going to put my phone down for this long and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to get going. Do you know what is so weird?
What's that?
I've nailed that for a week now, right?
Awesome. That's great.
Amazing.
And what is so weird is how much more energized I feel. How so less stressed I am, how much more just happier all around I am. And it's kind of getting me back to where I've got more my goals coming back in. Like I was like first of the year, I'm going, God, I don't know. But now I'm going, and I'm going to ride my horse this year, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And so it's interesting to see how much energy that little device actually has, and how it affects your life in a negative way. But again, it can also do that in a positive way as well.
You just have to have boundaries, right? Balance.
Yeah. You know, again, our guides say all the time, if you can take your two extremes and come to the middle, you'll see the truth in anything.
Wow. That's awesome.
I haven't been doing really great this week, but like before I was waking up every day, not touching my phone.
Yeah.
And there was a big difference. But this week has been a little bit different.
It's almost like a weird peace, huh? Where it's just kind of like you're not stressed. I definitely noticed that my body like works a lot better for me too. And me and my phone are always in a bitter divorce. Like my energy does not get along with technology, so I'm kind of happy about this like shift we got going on.
Yeah.
But I do think our vehicles that have all this technology in them are going to struggle.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So we should not get electric cars.
Probably not a good idea.
Oh no, why?
Because the electric.
Well, it's not even just the electric cars. If you got cars that have all these microchips and all these
the computer
fancy things, you're going to have a lot, I guarantee it right now, you're going to have a lot of car problems. A lot. And the sad part is nobody's going to be able to really have a good answer as to why.
What's going on with it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I've noticed our internet, holy shit, it is so bad. Like, you know, and we've got like the fiber optic cable and all the things, right? And I swear to God, like dial up is better. Because it's like, you know, you'll be on the a conversation, all of a sudden it just zaps out of nowhere, and you're like, God, I can't even get things to work for more than a couple of minutes. I can't watch my show or nothing, and you get bored with it, right?
Yeah.
It's like the constant fight, but that's all part of these energy kind of shifts that we've got going on. And that's why also we're having so many solar flares as well. So the solar flares being dragged into this, we're also going to have a lot of comet stuff going on too. So we got some cool shit happening.
I've always wanted to see the Aurora Borealis. I didn't get to see it last time, but I guess it was only really visible if you had your phone.
No, that's not true. It just kind of depends on where you're at. So like up in Grantsville, by where I live, if you go up by the reservoir, you can take the road up into North Willow, and it's got kind of like an overlook of it. So you don't have so much of the city lights, right? Lighting it up, but you could see it perfectly.
Really?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah. But you guys will get the opportunity this year to see those kind of things. Like, again, we're going to see a lot going on in the skies, you guys. A lot. Again, good, bad, and ugly, you know. But we will see a lot going on. And so...
She laughs. It's that giggle.
Don't panic. Don't fall for the fear.
Right.
But at the same time, pay attention. Pay attention.
Enjoy it, right?
You can enjoy it. Pay attention. It's at the end of the day, it's going to be worth going through all of this fuckery. Going through it is gonna feel like an anal probing without eluding a few telephone poles. But once we get through it, so this is kind of the finale year as well. So this is the last year the planet is clearing people off, doing its mass like clearing, right? So from here on out, so again, we started out with the two different realms, right? You're more spiritually evolved than your fucktards, right?
Right.
We started out with it being really super intense, and so it was like light versus black, right? And then this year we still have a little more light versus black, but it's still pretty black or white, right?
Okay.
Next year we'll have more light versus gray.
Okay.
And then the next year, the two realms will come together.
Awesome.
So I can't say that next year is going to be, I can say it's going to feel so different. So different, you guys. I mean, so even though it's still light versus gray, the movement, the truth, the exposures, and all the uniting that's going to be happening is going to be unbelievable, right? The following year, though, shit, that's when shit gets real good, man. That's when you're gonna be like, all right, this was worth going through all the fuckery. But so it is gonna be really hopeful. And this year, if you've done the work, right? If you've allowed yourself to really kind of find your own truth, you've allowed yourself to, you know, eliminate the things in your life that no longer serve you.
Yes.
Right. And you allow yourself to just kind of be and go with the flow of what's happening. It's going to be a good year. You'll be able to stay above the fuckery,
muck,
right?
Yeah.
But if you get caught into, you know, the news medias and all the destruction and, you know, everybody treating everybody like shit, you'll get sucked into it. And if you get sucked in too hard, you won't come out of it. So you got to kind of pick your poison in a sense. You know, do you want to ride above and kind of stay above the fuckery and kind of be ready for the next phase? Or do you want to get involved in all the fighting.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you
find
get brought
myself
down.
withdrawing from like if people are really focused on those certain things, I'd find myself withdrawing from the conversation,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It just naturally happens. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Well, and also our intuitive, connections are going to be on point. Really on point. That gut feeling is going to be real on point.
Wow.
So if you can stay again in more of that positive light, kind of understand what this is about, you're not going to connect into the fear of it, because the energetic fear of everything is more of a man-made thing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it's the old realm, old energy, old yick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you get sucked into that, it's just too heavy. You're just you once you go into that. Have you guys ever seen? And you might not have. You might be. This is gonna tell her how old I am, but I'm an old asshole, right? Did you ever see Neverending Story?
Yes, I love that.
I love that movie.
You know how he's in the pit of where his horse is sinking, and he's in the pit of despair. Okay, kind of look at it that way, right? We're in this pit of despair, and the more you have those bad thoughts, it's all good. It's never going to get better. It's going to just keep, like, you're going to drown. It's not worth it. That you're going to sink. But if you can turn that around and you can start having those happier thoughts, yeah, but you know what? I got to have this happen with me. I got to go camping. I got to go ride my horse. I got to go play with my daughter. You start having that, it'll pull you up.
Yeah.
So don't get sucked into the pit of despair. You know?
Right. I do have moments like that where I'm like, oh, nothing's ever going to get better. But I've always seemed to get myself out of it. It is very hard sometimes.
Moments, if you have a day or two of just wanting to be in a bad space and you just kind of need to do a bit of a pity party, you're not going to be sucked into it. Yeah. However, if you stay in that, that's when I would worry.
Right.
And if you see somebody, that you can tell, I mean, because again, it's going to be an awakening year. So we're not going to be really guessing anymore. You're going to see it pretty fucking clear. If you see someone that's struggling like that, for hell's sake, go say something to them. Hey, great smile. Hey, love your shoes. Something that would just kind of make someone go, hey, I was seen. Maybe it is worth me sticking around for just one more moment, because truthfully, sometimes that's all we got is moments, and you can make the best of those moments. But a lot of these younger, kids, like later teens, early 20s, my heart goes out to them because they're kind of in this world where they've been born into not knowing how to like make friends and connections, right? Yeah. And all they escape through their video games, and that's how they can talk to people is on their video games. They don't know how to do stuff outside of that, right?
Yeah, I have to force my kids to do something else. Yeah. Like, even like they never want to go outside. Like, and it's sad because that's what I did when I was a kid. I went outside.
It might be uncomfortable, but you need to force them to.
Yeah.
You need to force them to. It is them trying to escape the energy of this planet
shift. Wow.
And you're asking them to live in a world that you're not preparing them for, right? If you don't make them get out and learn, the excitement of hard work, and you built a rock wall in a little stream, and now you get to sit and play in the water, right? Or you go and you collect the firewood, and it's a lot of work, but now you get to have the fire and you get to cook s'mores on it. Does that make sense? If you're not teaching your kids how to survive without you, you are not parenting them right.
Yes,
so
I agree.
It's not about buying them everything that their little heart desires that they can escape in. It really is about teaching them how to be prepared for this world. Even when we go into this shift and we are more together and stuff, it doesn't mean we're going to love everything about each other.
Right.
And it doesn't mean we're not going to have still some fuckery going on. Right? Because we're humans and that's what we tend to do. We fuck shit up. That's kind of why we're here, is to fuck shit up. Right. We're just not going to be so destructive fucking it up. But you can teach your kids, the importance of helping feed someone that doesn't have any food. Right? Mm-hmm. The importance of having a connection with an animal and what that animal can give you and provide for you. Mm-hmm. You've got to teach your kids how to be independent and live without you. And so we've got all these very independent souls. They're very evolved souls, but we don't have the parents teaching them how to utilize that.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Which is why we have these kids doing shit like they want to be internet famous, so they go and pew-pew-ish school, or their family, or, and that's not good, because these very evolved souls are like warriors, right? And if you're not teaching them how to manage their emotional gunk, there's going to be problems. There's going to be big problems. Yeah. Teach them how to manage their emotional stuff, and a really good way to do that is fuck you letters. They're technically called release letters, but
I love those. And then you
can write them to a person or a situation. Doesn't really matter what you write. Mm-hmm. You just want to make sure you put in very bold letters. I release my past from me. Sign your name to it. Face towards the sun when it sets, and burn it. Yeah. And when you do that, your soul's like, okay, we've got that figured out. Now we can delete the file. So it helps give you a new way of managing your emotions. Right? Without stuffing them inside, and then you end up having addiction problems one way or the other. Right? And you will allow yourself to be like kind of cleaner in a way. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel cleaner. You'll feel more hopeful.
Yeah. That makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? My son Matt, he the other day he comes to me, Mom, I wanna go help people when I get older. And that just really surprised me. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I just wanna volunteer, I don't know. He's like, I wanna go to a different country and help people. And I just was so proud of him.
You should see if there's something here locally that he could go do.
Well, I know a lady that when I was growing up, her name was Jenny Dudley, and she would feed the homeless underneath the viaduct.
Really?
And I think they still have that going on. And gosh, my brothers were 4 and 5. I mean, so they'll take your kids and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it was so neat to kind of see how much they enjoyed, giving back. And when my daughter, when she was 4, her hair, I don't know how the hell she got, but she got thick hair.
She does.
And it grows fast, and I'm like, God, I love some of that. But when she was 4, she came up to me. She's like, Mom, I want to donate my hair to kids that have cancer.
Yeah.
And I am not shitting you. She was able to, because you have to have 6 inches.
Yeah.
She was able to donate her hair twice a year. And she did that way up into her teens.
Oh my God.
Twice a year.
Wow.
I told her, you know what? People pay a lot of money for those tits, ass, and hair that I give you.
Yes, that's so
amazing.
That's funny.
But it was neat how these young souls, all of a sudden, they just kind of pop off with shit.
Yeah.
She also, when she had her accident where she had gotten hit by a car while she was riding her horse, she's seen angels all the time, and she's like, Mom, did you see the angels grab me? I'm like, But what's kind of funny is when she has these really big psychic kids, and she gets so mad. She's like, I don't want to do what you do. And I'm like,
right?
Welcome to my world. But yeah, I mean, but you see so many of these souls, these young souls, and stories of all these kids they're remembering their past life, they're remembering their name, they're remembering. It's amazing. It's amazing. We're also going to have people really unlocking that, because the veil's what we call it, right? The veil that kind of keeps us from separating us from the other side. right? That's getting thinner.
Yeah.
Which is why we're going to have more prophetic dreams, more realistic dreams. We're going to kind of understand why things are happening.
Yeah.
We're going to have a sense of just knowing. We just know.
Yeah.
We don't know why we know. We just fucking know, right? We're going to have like I said, a whole lot more of the telepathic shit going on too, where it's like, we know what the hell you need. We're going to go grab it. You know, it's going to be kind of fun. It really is. So again, going through it and amping up to it, no, it's not pretty, but once we get where we need to go, it's not going to be all sunshine and roses, but compared to what we've been going through, it will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
So with the new year starting technically in March, do you think that that's when it's really going to intensify?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what
and it'll get more and more intense.
Yeah.
Well, it'll start getting more intense. You'll notice like mid-February, even now.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell it's amping up even now, where we're starting to kind of make that shift, right?
Yes.
You'll notice like your hands will be more shaky. You'll notice some people
no.
actually feel like the ground's shaking. They think they're going through an earthquake, and it's just them. Like, you're going to notice these things because it's the energy lifting up, right?
That would trigger my anxiety.
You know what, though? It won't, because it's going to feel almost normal. Does that make sense? I mean, you're going to know, hey, what the hell was that? But it's not going to have that fearful feeling to it. Like when we actually do have an earthquake, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to have that. But we will have a lot of, we're going to have a lot of weather and planet fuckery too. We are going to have a lot of earthquakes. We are going to have a lot of tornadoes.
Yeah.
We are going to have weird storms. We're going to have a lot of weird things happening. But again, it's just Mama Earth's way of clearing off people that just aren't on the right vibration. She's kind of tired of us.
She's tired of us hanging around.
I don't blame her.
Right.
You know, I mean, think about if you had as many kids as she does.
Ooh,
we're like,
no thanks.
You came close. I mean, you had how many?
5.
I don't know how you did it.
5, sometimes 6. Yeah.
Well, that's not including the friends that came and hung out.
Right. True.
But yeah, we'll have a lot. I mean, when we hit June, we're going to have a lot clearer understanding of everything that's happening. And that's going to be kind of a good, bad thing. Yeah. And, you know, people, if you can tell, they're just so already over it. They're like on the ledge. And it's like one little thing is going to make them go off that ledge.
Yeah, they're tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very tired. Wow.
Yeah.
Chelsea, have you worked on anything this last week spiritually?
I've just been trying to clear out my space to get rid of like stuck energy, I would say.
Yeah. That's great.
So I'm just cleaning everything, and I just want to cleanse my space.
That's a good
one. Yeah.
I like that. I've been working on just listening to my Hecate book, and it's so interesting that we're in this space we are now and we're talking about it, because they talk about a lot of that. Yeah. You know, getting rid of your personal gunk, your garbage, letting go of all that garbage. And so
well, and that's kind of the trend I'm noticing with people is how much they're getting rid of it. And it's interesting because, you know, after our guides say it like 1,000 times, then I actually listen. It's like, oh shit, maybe that might be like a
maybe that's a good idea.
But you know, they keep telling people, you got to remember, we're kind of having our life review on Earth, right?
Yeah.
So even though you've done all of the work to heal those old wounds and process why, what, when, and how kind of thing, it just because they're bubbling up doesn't mean that you haven't healed from them. You've healed from them. It's bubbling up because you're having your life review and going, I remember what it felt like when I did that. I don't want to do that again. Or I remember what it felt like when I did do that. I want to do that again. And so it, you know, if you've done a lot of the healing and the work on you, just because that might be kind of resurfacing, just acknowledge it out loud or do the release letters, the fuck you letters. Those will help so much. It's just the way you're just kind of having a finale to the old you so that the new you can come in bigger and bolder and better than it's ever been. And so even our health is going to kind of match that. So a lot of people with health problems and chronic health problems, yeah, it might get worse this year, but you know what? After we get through all of this, it's going to revamp, almost like you're a brand new soul, brand new person, brand new body kind of thing.
That would be awesome.
So that's going to be phenomenal. But, you know, again, this year, it's going to be black or white. There's no gray. Mm-hmm. But it's also we're going to see why. Mm-hmm. We're going to see why, and we're going to change it. And that's what's important. And again, it might not be pretty, and it might get really scary. Matter of fact, I would count on that. It'd get really scary, but stay above it. Mm-hmm. Stay above it, because it's not yours. And so a really good way to ask your guides and actually get a very accurate answer when you're asking a yes or no question is you can sit anywhere, even on the shitter. You can do this when you're on shitter, okay? Sit anywhere. You don't want to cross your legs. You want to get your feet on the floor, right? Then you want to hold your hands up, kind of like walk like an Egyptian, just a little bit above the head, kind of palms facing up, right?
Oh, above the head. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you want to close your eyes, relax. You want to relax into it, right? Close your eyes, and then make whatever hand yes or whatever hand no clear, right? So I'm going to go on my left hand's yes, my right hand's no, right? Mm-hmm. And then I ask, okay, is the heaviness I'm feeling mine? And whatever hand gets heavier is going to be your true answer. Okay. So you'll be like, yeah, this shit's mine, or no, it's not. So when you find out it's not yours, let it go.
Yeah. Move on.
Let it go. Okay. If it is yours, then dive into it. Yeah. But your guides can work with you on that kind of level very easily. Yeah. Very easily. Also, pendulums are another thing. Here's why I wouldn't use a pendulum on this right now versus my hands. Mm-hmm. A pendulum goes off of energy. So cards, pendulums, stones, crystals, all of that go off of energy, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we've got some really fuckery energy happening right now. So why would that not go kind of crazy, not give you really a clear answer, give you very mixed answers, right? You could ask the one question, it's going to tell you yes. Ask the same question again, it's going to tell you no. I mean, it's going to be all over the place because this energy on the planet is all over the place. So this gives you a more direct connection with your guides.
That's awesome.
We have to remember that. So do you think, like, because of all the energy, do you think it's like different timelines?
Oh, we've got a bunch of different timelines. Haven't you noticed people? Literally, if you look at people, there are people in their own. You can tell they're not on the same level. It's like the lights are on, no one's home. It is almost like they're under like mind control.
Yes, yes.
It's a little kind of scary.
It is scary.
So yeah, people are on very different, very very different levels. Absolutely.
Are they going to snap out of it?
Eventually, yeah. Well, they either will or they won't. You know what I
that's
mean?
True.
You're either going to come up or you're not.
Or you're going down.
But yes, you'll notice people that are not on the right vibration because they really are checked out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's almost like their eyes are glazed over.
No, I see that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And when you find someone like that, just scoot around them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
But it is important for people to pay attention. If you see someone and you're getting that bad feeling like, hey, this person's obviously not in the right mindset. I feel scared.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
Make it known. Make it known, because it's shit like that you can stop something very tragic from happening.
Mm. Okay.
Make it known.
Good information, right? Good advice.
Again, we're going to be really, really, really empathic.
We're going to be waking
really
up.
Empathic. If you're feeling that horrible gut feeling, you might want to fucking pay attention to that. Yeah. It'll be really on point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen to your higher selves.
Yeah.
Right? Amen.
Yeah. Wow. Well, this was fun.
Have you been doing anything specific, like spiritually, this week?
Lots of reading.
Yeah, you've been busy.
I actually have to do a little bit opposite of what a lot of people do. I've been focusing more on grounding versus working in the spiritual.
Okay.
Because it is super easy. I don't know. Have you been doing reading lately?
I did one last week, yeah.
Did you find like it was a little bit harder for you to come down from it?
Yes.
Me too. So I've been like really kind of getting low, playing with the dirt, planting the garden kind of thing, because I even took a little ball of dirt the other day and just kind of moved around in my hand because I felt so like kind of out of body.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like we're seatbelted in our bodies much anymore.
Well, and the reading I did do also was the person I gave the reading to. That was the message I had for her.
Yep.
She really needed to make sure she's grounding herself.
Yep. So if you finding yourself more buzzy, a little more airheady, kind of.
That's how I feel today.
That is because you're in your higher spiritual self, and that can be a problem because then you don't realize what can hurt you. You're in the tipping toe through the daisy kind of thing, you know? So sometimes I have to like wear a hat to kind of
put your cap on, right?
Put it like down. And, But if I feel super out of body, that's when I have to go play with my horses because my horses do a big grounding on me.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that it's been really super easy to go out of body, not real super easy to come back.
Yeah, not
I
fun.
would go outside, but it's so damn cold.
I know.
Right?
It would freeze out here.
Damn, our cheap glass.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the kind of cold here that burns your skin when the wind's blowing.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
No. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And reminder, if you have questions about this subject that we're talking about or any questions in general, please go to our YouTube channel at How Do You Spirit and put your questions in the comments under the episode. And this is episode 3, right? For 2025? Yep, episode 3. Season 2.
Or if you want to have us talk about different
subjects. Yeah, put
well.
those in the comment as well.
You want to know more about, more in depth about, and whether what we're doing on the planet or what's happening on the other side, that's going to be kind of fun to do as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching us, and we'll see you soon.